Good day. This is Dr. Kgabo, the lecturer for Teaching Practice 3 for third year for B.Ed Foundation Phase degree. And today I'm going to take you through Assessment 1, or what you used to call Assignment 1. There is my face. By now you are used to seeing my face and know that I'm a female and not a male. The first thing that you need to know is the video outline for today, 2023. Assessment 1 requirements. What do you need to do to correctly and successfully complete Assessment 1? Important information is the following. Please register on MyUNISA, activate your My Life email address or email account, and make sure that you have regular access to MyUNISA module website as well as your group website. It is important because on a regular basis, I will be posting announcements. Please take note of every single announcement. Do not take anything for granted because I use this platform to support you. Your failure is my failure. It affects me. So we can avoid failure. Let us work together and always access the MyUNISA module website. This tutorial letter contains important information about your Assessment 1, school information, and proof of placement. You see the difference? Don't come with knowledge or experience of 2020, 2021, whatever year it might be, even 2022. It's not the same. Assessment 1 comprises school information and proof of placement, which is or which you will find or acquire from the Teaching Practice Office. What is Assessment 1 all about? I'm going to leave the mode of slideshow so I can show you everything because I saw that the slideshow cuts my slides. Assessment 1 of 2023, Teaching Practice 3, which is Grade R, Grade 1, Grade 2, and Grade 3. It is about all those grades. Grade R, Grade 1, Grade 2, Grade 3. And the modules, theory modules, which you are going to be conducting lessons on are Mathematics for Foundation Phase, teachers, Reading in Foundation Phase, Home Language Teaching, Resources Development in the Foundation Phase, Inclusive Education in the Foundation Phase. The content of this tutorial letter. There's introduction in this tutorial letter, also compulsory requirements for teaching practice, the school-based placement requirements, registered for more than one teaching practice module, what happens? Monitoring of placement, abiding by the rules of the school, Assessment 1, school information, proof of placement, Assessment 1 school information, and proof of placement received on your My Life email address from the Teaching Practice Office. Your Bachelor of Education Foundation Phase. The module code is TPF3703, which is your teaching practice for third year. Duration, guidelines, If you are registered for 2 or more teaching practice modules, you may not do 2 teaching practice module placement at the same time. This means the dates must be different. Now, even if you are in one school and you want to do teaching practice 3 and 4, you cannot do them in the same weeks. It means you need 50 school days, which is 10 school weeks, which excludes public holidays and excludes school holidays. Let me cite here. If you are in a private school or a school which follows trimester, 3 semesters, make sure that you put that as information on top of your assessment, the first page of your assessment. Please indicate if you are an international student, and in brackets, write the name of the country where you will be conducting your teaching practice. If you are in an IEB school, which follows trimesters, 3 semesters, please write that down too, so that you are not marked wrong for something which you did correctly. Okay? And furthermore, you conduct teaching practice for TPF3703. Once done, you will conduct for TPF3704. Or if you are doing teaching practice for TPF2602, which is second year, you will do the 25 days thereof. Once completed, then you do for TPF3703. Do not conduct teaching practice for 2 modules in the same weeks. It's an immediate fail. Now for TPF3703, it is 5 weeks. For this module, you are required to complete the following. You are supposed to be in grade R for 1 week, 5 consecutive days. In grade 1 for 1 week, 5 consecutive days. In grade 2 for 2 weeks, 10 consecutive days. In grade 3 for 1 week, 5 consecutive days. Please refer to tutorial letters 103, 104, and 105 for assessment requirements. Placement. Assessment 1 requires the school information form and proof of placement. It requires 2 things. If you do not submit these 2 documents before the closing date, you will be blocked from any further submission of portfolios. This assessment, therefore, also serves as admission to the examination. I'm going to repeat this. If before the closing date, you do not submit this assessment or assignment 1, you will not be allowed to submit assignment 2, portfolio 50 and portfolio 51. Once the portal is closed, do not write an email to me, your lecturer, or call me, because I do not have access to all examinations, portals where exams and assignments are submitted. So avoid that drama I was talking about during the orientation program, orientation presentation. All arrangements must be made at the beginning of the academic year with your school, as well as with the teaching practice office, not with me. Immediately after registration, you must read the relevant study material before any arrangements are made with the respective school or schools where you are planning to conduct your teaching practice. Assessment 1. This assessment must be submitted before the closing date and before you commence, before you start with your teaching practice at the school. Students who do not submit assessment 1 before the closing date and before commencing with their teaching practice will not be granted admission to the examination. Bear that rule in mind. It is in your tutorial letter. This further means that you will not be able to continue with your teaching practice, and all further submissions will be blocked by ICT, not by Dr. Kgabo. You will then have to register for the module again in 2024. That is a university ruling, not mine. Regarding school information, the details of the teaching practice school that you have applied to through teaching practice online booking or link, the information is in tutorial letter 102, must be provided on the school information form. If you're going to 2 different schools, you will need 2 school information forms. The dates on the school information form must correlate with the proof of placement you received from the placement office. The proof of placement, which is sent to your My Life email address by the placement office based on the online completion thereof, must be signed and stamped by the school principal, not by you. If it is a deputy principal or somebody the principal delegated, that person will sign and write PP at the bottom. That would inform us that he or she is not the principal of the school, but also must write his designation. What position does that individual fill in that school? It is important that you consult tutorial letter 102 for the placement process. The student view function must be used, which is located on my UNISA student portal. Teaching practice students conducting teaching practice within the borders of South Africa must use the following link: https://forms.office.com/r/EZF-D8TDKG9 to capture the school placement details. It is in your tutorial letter. Students will be doing teaching practice outside the South African borders. Those are our international students. SADC countries as well as international countries must use the following link. There is the link to capture the school placement details. This is not the application form for placement. Complete your placement online to obtain the proof of placement. Furthermore, provide the same information for the school. Only one PDF document is accepted for assessment. Assessment 1, school information and proof of placement. You need to write, now this is how you complete your assessment 1. Do not leave any section of this table or this form empty. For every space which you leave not completed, it's minus a mark. I'll be minusing 5 marks for each mistake you commit. Anything which you do not complete, minus 5 marks. Please don't do that to yourself. The marking method that I use is of marking you down. Every student right now has got 100% for assessment 1. What you do is when I mark you and there is a mistake, I minus all the time, minus. For every mistake committed, I minus. Avoid that. So you write the module code, the province where you are in. If you are from a SADC country or are an international student, the country that you are in, your student name, not nickname, and surname, your name and your surname, and your title. Are you Miss, Mrs., or Mr.? Also complete your student number. Your postal address. Your postal address must have a code because we all have postal codes. Look for the postal code of your area. For those international students, the zip code. And you write your email address, your My Life email address. If you write here Yahoo, Gmail, -5 marks. Contact details. Please provide us also with your PO box number or postal address, as well as your telephone number or your mobile number. Answer this. Are you permanently employed at the school? Yes or no? Don't say not applicable. Are you an intern or assistant teacher at the school? Yes or no? Are you employed outside the education sector? Yes or no? Don't say not applicable. The following section would be of the principal, the mentor, and school details of approved placement. Note, approved placement. It means that's where the teaching practice office placed you. We need the principal's name and surname. We need the contact details of the principal. We need the mentor's name and surname and the contact details of the mentor teacher. Dates must be completed below. When we talk of dates, we mean the day, the month, and the year. So in grade R, tell us when you will be starting. It will obviously be on a Monday. So you'll write the date. Let me say 8 May 2023 to 12 May 2023. I'm giving an example. Now, grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Let us say you'll be using the dates the 6th of February 2023 until the 24th of February 2023. If you go to the calendar and check the dates, those dates were consecutive. 6 to 10, it's 5 days. 13 to 17, it's 5 days. 20 to 24, sorry, it's 5 days. That was for the month of February 2023. I was just citing an example. Make sure that you do not include school holidays because you will be failed immediately. Do not include public holidays. If there is a public holiday in between your teaching practice days, you need to lengthen or increase the dates or days for your teaching practice so that ultimately at the end, you have 25 school days. You further need to write the name of the school, the address of where the school is, the province where the school is if you are in South Africa. If you are from a SADC country or an international student, please write the name of the country, not only the state where you are. You will write Harare, Zimbabwe, or Maloti, Lesotho, or What is this? I wanted to give a state to say in Michigan, USA, in London, UK. That's how you need to write it. Write the telephone number as well as the email address of the school. The telephone number of the school and the email address of the school. Name of the principal. This is the principal writing here. Don't write for the principal. The name of the principal, the signature of the principal, the name of the mentor, the signature of the mentor. Something you students need to note is we see the handwritings. The principal should not complete for the mentor or the mentor complete for the principal. So we expect two different handwritings here, not the same. Then we need the school stamp. After stamping or appending the school stamp, please, if the school stamp does not have a date, write the date. Take an example at the police station. When you go there to request an affidavit, they use two stamps, one in which the constable, the sergeant, the lieutenant completes his information and designation, his portfolio, and the other one is a stamp with a date. So don't give us a school stamp without a date. If the school has a stamp which does not have a date, let them write the date by their hand. Please. Proof of placement received on your My Life email address must be provided. Now, proof of placement does not come from me, the lecturer. You request this from the teaching practice office, not from me. There's a big space there. You make sure you print the proof of placement you receive and obtain the school stamp, the signature, and the full dates. So the placement which the teaching practice office gave you, you print it and you're going to paste it in the space where you have been provided in this tutorial letter, right? You paste it there and then you get the school stamp with a date, full date, and the principal signature. My dear student, if you did everything that I explained for the past 14 or 20 minutes, then you will get your 100%. May I leave you with these codes, two codes. Malcolm X says, education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. You see, there is no procrastination here. Malcolm X is advising us that our passport to the future is through education. And tomorrow, which is the future, belongs to everybody who starts to prepare today, who starts working today. And Jim Ryan also quotes, motivation is what you get, is what gets you started. I'm motivating you today. Get started. Habit is what keeps you going. Once you have started, make sure that this becomes your habit to keep doing it and doing it every day, every day, and every day, and every week, and every month until you have submitted your last portfolio on the 29th of September 2023. I'm closing by saying, start now to run your marathon. This is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Start running now until you reach the finish end before 2023. That is the 29th of 2023. I thank you and I wish you well in your studies for this module TPF3703. Let us enjoy each other. Let us enjoy communicating with one another. And please, can I request you that I respect you as your lecturer, and I expect the same respect from you. Culturally, I'm an adult. You're my junior as my student, but I will respect you. But I don't expect you to address me as hi or by my first name. It is taboo in our culture, in Ubuntu. Ook in Afrikaans, that's a ding wat 'n mens sê as respect. Let us respect one another, treat each other with high esteem. I'm here for you. Trouble me, send me emails, call me on the number I gave you, and I'll be there for you. Best wishes with your studies. Thank you and goodbye.